Welcome back, everyone, once again to Twin Cities, Minnesota for the 2025 Masters World Championships presented by ZÜCA. We are back out here at Kaposia Park playing the silver layout for the FP40 division, round one. Ace Run Productions again bringing you this commentary. It's been a fantastic front nine with a lot of difficulty, a lot of even scores out there. Ohn Scoggins has been putting on a putting display, Conrad. I mean, she's just incredible to watch out here.
She is doing things and doing them in a major way. We'll take a look at the leaderboard here and see that she is the only player that is actually under par. This course is really shown its difficulty, shown its teeth, and we've only seen half of it. Let's see what the other half has to bring. We're going to start out here on hole 10. Is a par 3 coming in at 336. It is dead in the middle of the difficulty as far as ranking. We see here that you have several options. You can take this gap that the drone is flying through or go slightly to the right. Whatever you do, you want to make sure that you're turning left so that you get towards the green area here. Again, we're seeing the green basket, but they will be playing to the standard baskets. You have a little bit of rough behind the green to worry about, but not much. The most difficult part is actually making the turn and getting there without hitting the trees.
Yeah, it's almost candy cane shaped to get an actual look. Pushing that right side and then getting a little bit of a favorable skip is probably the easier route. The inside line just brings in so much technicality.
That looks so good, but it finds a tree as well. It's just those, there's a bunch of, not late trees, but trees in the middle of the fairway that you just really, it's hard to account for.
Get inside of that and skip.
Okay, that's going forward.
Gets to jump, and that's going to give her a C2 look, and that's almost all you can ask for on this hole. I wonder if a forehand roller might work.
You should try it.
I should.
Ooh, wow.
Centers it.
Yeah. So we have a couple of up shots coming here. Jen going wide skip. Getting a little ride there, and she'll be inside the circle.
Yeah, good work to get inside from where she was. Ohn just pitching around with the sidearm.
Yep, gets her just outside of bullseye. And again, this is coming in as the middle of the pack. This is something that not necessarily looking to get the birdie on, but you definitely want the par.
Pretty.
Push that inside the bullseye, it looks like.
And we've seen that we're on hole 10, and we've only had one hole that is statistically playing under par, and not by much. It was 0.10 below par. Everything else has been above par so far to start. Great putt there for Jen.
I mean, you can tell that just from the scores.
Yeah. And you see there on some of the player scorecards, reds, greens, a lot of grays.
On with her par as well. Again, you're not really losing anything to the field. Did anyone birdie this hole at all?
0 birdies on the hole.
Yeah. A lot of pars.
A lot of pars. 75% par, 25% above par. Hole 11, par 4, 500 feet. I believe this is a combination hole as well. You're trying to navigate the middle of this fairway there with a bit of an upslope heading towards the middle here. You can get your disc moving from left to right and get somewhere above the crest of this hill. You've set yourself up for your second shot, which is then going downhill with a slight right to left into this relatively open green. A little bit of trouble if you go a little bit further there on that pathway.
It's a little high.
Yeah.
So it's fighting with vegetation and not quite winning that fight. Ended up there on the right in the rough.
It's one that you can get away with throwing lower. I feel like the ground play is there on this particular fairway.
Yeah. Well, there's more opportunity for it since there's less lush grass.
Yeah. Seen 2 forehands. Holly showing us the backhand with some turn, maybe 2 turns.
Yep.
Yeah. I like the idea, though, of getting something slightly understable, moving to the right, and then having just a little bit of late finish.
Mm-hmm. And that sounds like a shot that was dialed up for Jen.
Oh, yeah, and she has crested the hill. She's going to be in pretty prime position there.
She's going to have a clear look at the basket from there. There's a little bit of OB to the right and beyond the basket, but really shouldn't come into play. Holly making it around the corner.
That's ideal.
She'll have I don't know, about 100, 120 pitch up to the basket.
Yeah, somewhere between 1 and 150, I'd say. Nice and low and driven. Just needs to kind of skip straight.
Yeah.
And it does.
Hokom with the backhand, looking good, getting around the corner, getting the flare and rolling the C2.
Okay.
See, I know what it is. What is it? There haven't been a lot of backups at this point. When we backed up a hole 2, I thought it was just going to be a whole day of backups. Yeah. But it started moving slow. So they got a rhythm going now.
Yeah.
They're feeling it. And it's, again, the weather. Every hole that we've been on has been shaded.
Yeah.
It's not blasting heat out here. It's very comfortable.
Beautiful approaches there. Jen inside the circle with a look for birdie, and Ohn giving it a little half run there.
Mm-hmm. That looks like a full send.
Get there.
Ooh, close. And then being on the card with people that you played for years, really helps.
There's a comfort factor there, and that's a biggie, especially at a major.
Mm-hmm.
Great birdie. On a hole that's playing .55 above par. Ohn with her par, and only ladies named Jennifer were able to get the birdie on this one, as Jennifer Allen and Jennifer Rice, the only two birdies on the day on this one.
Here we are, hole 12, a par 3. That's not right. 207 feet. That may be right. It is significantly downhill than uphill, so it's going to play a little bit further than that. Coming in right at the middle of the pack as far as ranked 10th in difficulty. We do have the OB road on the right and behind the basket, and we have these 3 guardian trees. There was a Mando on the left that you need to make sure that you go right of. Other than that, easy as pie. Cake.
Ain't no way this is 207. These ladies are throwing full drivers at this, going uphill.
This is 3+ easy.
Yeah, it says 207, but nobody's playing this as 207. Ohn going full flex up the hill. I like it.
Yep.
Anything inside of 900 feet is within range.
just outside the circle for her. Hokom.
Going high side, has to worry about that Mando and does navigate it.
Yeah. Or going straight up the gut.
Ooh, late flipper. Pretty shot.
Yeah. Put her in C2.
Yeah, outside look for the birdie. Hokom having to go turnover around these trees.
Ooh.
That is fine.
Good stop, though, because if not, this is nothing but downhill after that.
Yeah. Okay.
Holly looking.
She's got her gamers in hand. Those are not her layup discs. Ooh. Good bid. Jen, must be pin high, just left. Got it.
She asked for it to stay up, and it did.
Nicely done there for Jen Allen. Whew.
Just over the lip into the chains. Chains bring it back down into the basket.
Ohn about 35, 36. You know it. You know it.
There was a slight question, like, is she going to be outputted? Can you big putt Ohn? I don't think you can.
Nicely done there for Sarah, saving it. And Holly with this left for her par before we move on to a very attackable hole 13. Well done. Coming up to hole 13, a downhill par 3 coming in at 330 feet, playing exactly to par 3.0. A little bit of a low ceiling to deal with. These first couple of trees here kind of set the benchmark there for your height. I would expect these ladies to be throwing mid-ranges or putters with their skill level, maybe a sidearm driver, just kind of penetrating relatively straight. You want to check up the brakes here because if you get a little further past the green here, you do find yourself with some heavy vegetation to deal with on the way back.
I think there is also a slight drop off if you go deep enough.
Sit down, hit a house. Hit something.
That is...
It's not bad.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
She's better off than she thinks.
Yeah.
A little surprised to not see Ohn going sidearm here.
Are you questioning Ohn?
Never. This will be about circle's edge there.
Yeah, pin high.
I don't know if Hokom's... I can't tell if this is a driver or mid-range.
Let's see how it reacts.
Ooh. Oh! Gentle flare. I'm going to say that was a mid-range.
Yeah, me too.
It's a beautiful shot, whatever it was.
Is this Holly Smako? I don't know.
It's got to be... Oh my, what a beautiful line.
Yes.
Oh, man.
There's the smile we love.
I've seen Jen putting out of bushes like more times than I can remember this round than any other round I've ever seen.
These grip.
Ooh, she's
miss.
gonna fuss at that basket. Ooh, she's gonna fuss at that basket.
Just giving a dirty look. Basket's scared.
If it's not that basket,
She's still looking at the basket.
The next we're gonna get it.
Yeah.
One of them gonna get it.
Hokom also in the bush line.
Around the tree.
Yes.
And in for the bird. All
Good
right.
putt.
Holly with her bird.
Stud finds the bottom of the baskets. 5 birdies on the day. Wait till Jen puts this out here for her par. We saw Holly. We also had Lisa Fakis, Ellen Woodboom. We saw Sarah Hokom as well. And Sandra Richardson.
All right.
Making up the 25% birdie rate on this hole.
Now we're headed into the part of the course that called the Gorge that normally doesn't get played frequently.
Okay.
This is hole 14 coming in at par 3, 290. This sounds about right. The difficulty in this hole, which you don't really see in this drone video because it was shot before the event, is that the cart path is OB. So the entire left side is OB. So you definitely want to attack the basket. You want to get that birdie, but you have to be careful and be well paced. Unlike my speaking. And you also have some rocks over to the right, which just cause a footing issue if you land over there.
Yeah. I feel like the sidearm is the safer bet as you can crash into this kind of side hill.
She even got some forward roll there.
She did. We'll see how her footing is when she actually steps up to her lie there. Holly going turnover. Neutral driver. This is a little fast, though, and a little too left.
I think she really thought that the basket was just going to stop.
Yeah.
From going OB.
And she talked about disking down. They're probably like a Mako next time. Because it just plays, it's significantly downhill, and it just takes away a lot of the distance there. Jen, right side, kind of a wonky skip there, but she looks to be just past the pin on the right.
Still inside the circle and inbounds. Through, that seems intentionally low, but not quite getting to the basket.
Yeah, it got stopped by that log right there in front of her.
Oh, okay.
So she's going to have a long bid with out of bounds, kind of close enough to be in your mind here.
Yeah.
And also these bicyclists.
Bikers.
Yeah. Go ahead and take a recreational timeout here. This is a busy part of the park.
And yeah, I think that's part of the reason why this backside typically doesn't get played in events or whatnot, because it is so busy back here. And as we finish, you'll see, oh, goodness, stayed in bounds. We'll see that it's a lot busier here than we've seen on the front half of the course.
Yeah.
Solid. Good birdie.
Solid putt there for Jen.
She's
just been slightly off to where she could easily be 5 or 6 down or more herself.
Yeah.
But she's still giving it strong bids at every basket. Making sure her stance is legal with her teammates. Smart thing to do. Don't want to get stroked on something silly.
Look like nothing but sun in her face, but she able to focus and get that into the basket there for the bird.
Yeah. It was these two, right, that she went out of?
Yeah, it had to have been really close. Because it even scooted. And
Well, I told her I was thinking it was a little short, but either way, it's the exact same distance from the basket.
Is this okay with Joel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Holly also conferring with her card.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, she went OB right by the pin, so just about bullseye left for her. Par recovery. Ohn taking her meter in for the par like she needs it. Welcome back and welcome to the hardest hole on the course. Par 5, hole number 15, 680 feet, a substantial climb uphill on this first shot, moving right to left. You're then dealing with low ceiling and trees coming out onto your second shot to get somewhere out into this field, and then you have a pinch point on the right hand side as you make the turn back over from left to right. This unpaved parking lot on the left does not play as out of bounds, so you do have the freedom to go a little bit wide.
On this shot, you feel like you've thrown a 300-foot shot, and then you walk to it, and it's only gone 200 feet because of the elevation and how high up. That right there, that's a well-placed shot. Well, she's going to have tricky footing because of the route, but it's up there.
It's also a tiring walk from the previous hole. You're walking uphill the entire time, so by the time you get to the tee box, you have to collect yourself and gather your energy again just to throw this shot, which requires a lot of power.
Yeah.
That'll be okay.
Luckily, they didn't play the hole that's before that, which is called the gorge hole.
Hokom going sidearm again and gets an unlucky kick back to the right off of that tree there. Really stunting her forward progress. Ohn looking to go sidearm as well. That may be too high.
Oh, yeah, it gets knocked straight down, but she'll still have another shot from there. Fairly open to get over to the right to where the basket is.
You just want to get out of this. Just get out into the field and then go from there.
Like, again, this is another 2-hole combo, so you just kind of want to get done with this part of this hole.
Yeah, that was... Oh, and it's rolling back, too, unfortunately. Holly did get out into the open. Jen there, unfortunately, still going to be kind of on the shadow line. A lot of contact coming out there, but out into the field for Sarah.
So a leaf falling for a second, I thought it was her disc. I was like, wow.
Me too. When I filmed it, I didn't realize how far she went.
Yeah.
Until we got up there.
Jen is trying to turn something over, but...
This was a frustration throw, she said. She just wanted to air something out. And she's like, I don't think I can go too far. And she almost did. She almost finds the road.
She did. So you're done with that part of the hole, so you're happy with that part. Now you have this hole to play.
Yeah.
Like, you literally have to break it down by playing 2 different holes. And they 2 different holes that have 2 totally different feels as well.
Yeah, no kidding. And they're dealing with the bugs, which you just saw Holly there. The mosquitoes were out and about, and they were hungry.
Ohn gets around the first clump of trees and finds the last 3 guardians.
Yep. Putting some flex on this.
Flare back. It does dance across the gravel.
She's in C2 there with a look for par, I believe.
I did not notice until today, but just to the left of the basket, we'll say 20 feet, there is like an 80-foot drop off.
Oh, like, wow.
I'm surprised it's not marked OB. It is so steep down there.
Smart play there. Holly breaking it down. She'll have that left for a look at par, which really is playing like a birdie, as this hole is playing 1.35 above par. As we said, it's the hardest hole on the course today. Hokom with the stepper.
Ooh.
Just short.
Jen finds her par. And no matter what has happened, you're not mad walking away with a par. You've had to scramble just to get that.
Holly also getting the par. Well played by Ohn as well. Just chipping away and get on up there, get your putt, and get out of here.
All right, here we go. Hole 16 is a par 3, coming in at 262 feet. Right in the middle of the pack as far as difficulty, ranked in 13th. The flight of the drone is not the flight that anyone is going to play. Everyone is going to go up and over. It's the most logical way to get to the basket. You see it out here in the field. Well, not in the field, but in the opening. You do have a lot of rough around before you get to the basket, after the basket. So if you haven't practiced this shot, this isn't the time to do it.
Now, the ladies talked about coming out here too and just throwing one shot and moving on, because you can easily lose your entire bag on this hole if you're not careful.
Yeah, for real. It is blind. There is a little cutout.
Yeah.
Where you can see the basket, and that's about it.
Yeah, if you stand to the right corner of the tee pad, you can kind of peek through and see the basket itself, but you're just kind of throwing the hyzer and just waiting.
Nice high line there.
Oh my God, I aced it and I saw it! I saw it through the hole!
Oh, Holly, you are a treasure. What a shot. The ace high line, like we talked about.
It had no choice. Hit the chains, bottom of the basket. Just a great shot.
A spotter going crazy, jumping up and down. I saw it.
Good thing we got a
I
cat
was like,
cam.
maybe it's close. Oh my god.
Oh
my god.
You can still see it. I was like, oh, that's way high.
I thought
Congratulations, Holly. No stranger to acing at Worlds, as she did it a couple years ago at Masters Worlds at Northwood Blue. Got the ace on that one. Inside line there for Ohn, and she's going to be in Narnia for a bit there, tracking that one down.
Well, that spotter is on it. She's marking all discs. She marked the one that was in the basket. She was on it. There was not a disc anywhere that was not marked.
Yeah. Big thank you to all the spotters and volunteers. Her Tito Shrike. It's funny, she said she practiced the low line that we talked about that nobody was going to take with the Mako. And Noah kind of told her, like, take the big boy line up over the top and just trust yourself. And she did, and it worked. Owen pitching out there. Sarah with a bid for 2.
Mm-hmm.
Good birdie. Great putt. Now we have to watch for the dreaded curse of the ace on the next hole.
So if I remember correctly, we just saw the only 2 shots that were under par for this hole. Everything else was...
Yes, baby.
That is correct. The ace and the birdie, the only 2 strokes under par on hole 16.
And the birdie's taking a picture of the ace.
There you go.
Thank you.
We move on down the closing stretch here. Hole 17, par 4, 496 feet. You have this little bit of gorge area here to cover on your initial shot. There's also this relief area there where these trees are, that little bush area there on the left. If you do land in that, you do get relief backwards to your first line of play. Second shot then going slightly uphill into this very grabby grass with a little bit of a slope from right to left. Definitely attackable though, this one also playing under par, one of the few on this course playing under par. Same exact distance you just aced with. And there's a random van just coming down the walkway path.
That's crazy.
And that's going to be in that protected area, so she can go ahead and pull that back out. And
Stop, because I moved it.
Even though that was a misfire, she managed to make it all the way out to the opening.
Which is impressive because it is thick in there.
She really wanted to let that one air.
This is a beautiful line for Ohn.
Yeah.
Right to you.
Well, I am it to him.
Okay.
Welcome, slight turn. I like it.
And in the casual area as well.
Okay.
Casual.
Making sure she is footing.
I thought she was trying to kill a ball.
So she's got that bush area as well to kind of deal with on this second shot. We'll see if she kind of goes inside left to right or if she's going hyzer around the right.
I guess it would be hyzer around the right.
Looks like a T-bird in her hand. She's going over it.
Okay.
Just needs to clear that ceiling, and that's going to give her a look for the birdie still.
That tree slowed her down just a bit. She could have been inside the circle had she not brushed up with that tree. And the ladies are reviewing their caddy books to see exactly what this ruling is and how to play their shots out of there.
So this casual does not cost them a stroke. So Holly pulls it back out, but it's still kind of in the way there because it's your first line.
Yeah, your first available point of relief. You don't get to move it back on the line of play like you do if you were to go out of bounds.
That's going to put her just outside the circle as well on the downslope side, which makes it play even further. Oh, that's too low. That's going to get caught up by that grass there. Also a noisy area, as you can hear. You have that highway there on the left. Oh, ripping over. Every time she does this, I think she's going to throw right in the ground, and it somehow just finds a pocket of air and lifts.
And if it lifts and fights out of whatever she just threw it into, like it's just asking for the range to sit. Looks like it's on the green.
Yep, she's still right by that tree. Jen.
Oh, wow.
Just dancing into the cage and in. She can smile about it now, but she was not happy about that tee shot. And no curse of the ace for Holly.
No.
Knocking it home for the birdie. What a round for Holly. At one point, she was 3 or 4 over par. And now she is 4 under. And ace will clean up that scorecard real quick. Jen Allen also having herself a day at 5 down. Ohn now at 7.
At the turn, we had a bunch of evens. Now we're really making progress here.
Hey everybody, Joel Freeman here with Team Infinite, and I've got great news for you. My 2025 discs can be found easily at infinitediscs.com. You've got a variety of different molds with this stamp on it. They look beautiful. Thank you guys so much for all your support.
All right, we're going to finish up with hole 18. It's listed as a par 3, coming in at 400 feet. Because of that, it's ranked in the 3rd most difficult hole on the course. What you want to do is get out of the tee box area. Ideally, make it past these 2 shrubs here, or either line yourself up so that you have a good, easy approach into the green. But it's really going to take you 2 good shots to get to the green, making sure that you don't go OB long and that you land somewhere on the top plateau.
This is another one that I'm not buying it. I don't think this is 400 feet. That's what it's listed at. It's also not a par 3.
It's definitely not a par 3,
hole.
yeah.
As you can see, Holly getting everything behind this disc, and she's still left side and probably 240 or so left.
Yeah, she went the longer route.
Yeah, this is more the line you want to cut the distance. Does get knocked down.
Yeah.
But even if it doesn't, I think that's only got another 60, 70 feet in it before it finally gets down.
I don't know. That was quite high. I think she could have made circle 2 easily. The way that was going. But this right here is ideally where you want to be. Well, ideally you want to be where Jen is or further. Yeah. But that right there is a good place to aim for.
Flip up driver here, getting just to the bottom side of the crest of the hill there. But she should have an open view of the pin, which Holly does not.
No. She went a little, even if she would have went that distance but not that close to the bush, she would have had a easier play here. It's going to end her in circle 2 there. It was an uphill look.
It's going to be a decision coming up there, whether she wants to run that or not, or just lay it up and get out of there.
Ohn is surprisingly not in the bullseye on her upshot, but she is on the green.
Sarah, picture perfect.
Yep. Can't even see the disc. That's how close it is.
Swirling wind here too on the screen. It kept kind of changing directions.
As long as you don't go long, you are. Oh! It's not funny, but I mean it is funny. You just hit the basket, but you're still annoyed.
She's still annoyed about hole 17 is what it is. She also practiced this course and she tore it up. So you build that expectation of you can attack these holes.
Yeah.
And you know what your potential is through practice. And when you fail to execute at that level, it can be frustrating. I can certainly understand it. But she's having herself a solid round.
Yeah.
And this left for par to stay at 5.
Even with the missed putts, she's still, very much in the game.
Yeah, absolutely in contention, which we expect her to be the entire week here. Ohn right up against the rock, so she's marking above the edge of the disc, which is allowed. In for the par.
1 point.
Holly did lay up, and she's got that left for the bogey.
Yeah, I think she said that she thought it was a par 4 and that she was taking a par there, but
that's going to wrap it up. Round 1, Masters Worlds in the books.
taking a look at our card recap, we see a lot of green. We see that blue down there for Holly, great ace there. Everyone fighting to get under par from the card. See how they stack up against the field. It looks like we're going to have the same card tomorrow.
A couple ladies in the chase. Lisa Fakis, Lori Merriman, Christine King. A lot of ladies still within striking range to be able to get up towards the top there and put some pressure on what is going to be the lead card for day 2. And we are switching venues to Blue Ribbon Pines for round 2, an iconic course in this area. Definitely want to go check it out. Check out the full 18-hole layout versus the 27 that we saw for the Majestic. Gonna be a fun one with these ladies coming back, running it back one more time. Make sure you join us. A big thank you to all of our supporters over on patreon.com/AceRunPro, or Ace Runners. Make sure you check out all of our socials at AceRunPro to stay up to date with all of this coverage and any further content coming your way from our channel. And help us get to 50K. We are getting closer and closer, so hit that like and subscribe. Tell your friends and family. More content coming your way. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you right back here for round 2, Masters Worlds. Did we